For those that are on the East Coast and that stayed up for this, thank you so much. And for those that I'm getting to meet tonight, it's been great already, and I'm looking forward to hearing more. One of my poems that is pretty much the metaphorical antithesis of your subject. The poem that I wrote is titled "The Harvest," and was actually inspired by Lawrence Fishburne's portrayal of Thurgood Marshall at the Kennedy Center in 2012. Has nothing to do with weeds. However, you'll see. The harvest. This plot, this small acreage which I plow, shall yield good crop, for I shall tend it with great care. Till the soil, weed it regularly, keep it free of vermin and fetid things. I shall keep watchful eye, irrigate it without wastefulness, plant only the purest seed. Watch as the fullness of bounty bursts forth, and then I shall harvest, blessing my brethren and any in need, for this plot shall yield good crop, mighty and abundant, providing all I have need of and more, and I shall offer it and honor it as I have been honored to receive. Again, that was The Harvest. The set that I did pull together for tonight consists of, I believe, 5 poems, and then you asked for one by a poet that we particularly like. So my first poem that I wrote that I'm sharing is titled, "Could It Be?" Could it be that we, like trees with roots grown deep and unseen, are equally connected above and below, tying us to such temporal urgings as right and wrong, hope and fear, love and hate, that which lifts us up and pulls us down? Could it be that we, like the sun and the breeze, are in but a season and will one day mature, unveil, and reveal even to ourselves our truest self in fullest glory, and in so doing contribute exponentially to the universe beyond our feeble earthly constraints and imaginings? Could it be? The next poem is titled, "In Praise of Bridges." We honor bridges and thank God for them. They were created for times such as these, when firm footing is key. They allow us to overcome obstacles, avoid difficulties and disappointments, each built and strengthened by ancestors or visionaries who predicted or knew of our need. We must continue to build breathtaking, awe-inspiring bridges that lure and strengthen both the builder and the traveler, short or long, fragile or strong, they transport us from that which has ended to new plateaus and possibilities. Some will remain, others will be carelessly or vengefully burned to the ground. Just as bridges have lifted and guided us, enabling both anxious and weary travelers to avoid stumbling blocks, navigate each brick, stone, or plank while deciphering insightful signals. So our way is directed by these crossings, cleared long ago. For bridges, you see, are but signposts showing us tried and tested ways forward toward our new and waiting tomorrow. This next poem is a bit longer. It's titled Word. I've given it the subtitle, The Battle. Word sometimes glides from my fingertips, appearing on computer screens that scream back at me. I want him to say soft, warm things, warm, wonderful, enriching things, but such is seldom word or way in this world, this increasingly degenerative place in which generations have been coerced, compromised, and killed. And many more continue to navigate from a posture of fear. Creeping from under my fingernails, words spill onto white screens through whisper or shout, revelatory gems that awaken ancient echoes, touchstones that have lain dormant far too long, but now builds vigor and fervor within me. Exigent issues connecting sinew with synapse call me to task, remind me that generational faith resides within me, such has prepared me to be witness, bridge, and word warrior. For much has been given me and been given up for me. More than my own mortality, humanity's moral trajectory reminds me that time is fleeting, that the chain upon which pendulums swing seems indeterminately long, but is not indeterminately strong. Let it not break from the weight of my delay or the rightful rage of oppressed people. Warfare is no way to experience life, but till it be filled, I will navigate this wasteland imbued with strength of truth and power of word. I will don breastplate and swing machete against the empathy barren, genocidal, and indifferent. In warrior mode, I shall seek sanctuary or create one for the innocent if none be found. I will work skin to bone, brittle and broke, stand before dragon and demon, slash with word, prayer, and blade all who would strive to victimize or annihilate. For our village, you see, is essential. I understand this now and have come to honor, revere, and protect. Anything less leaves me defeated and disgraced. I have been assigned and equipped for the task. So while word on my screen often screams back at me, I have accepted the assignment. Word will not be silenced. I will wail him well to ensure he is heard, known, felt beyond the whiteness of screen and page, till word, though black, run red like blood in my veins, pouring through each page and stage of my life. Word. The next poem, thank you. The next poem is titled The Burn. Quite short, The Burn. Sometimes the pain inside my bones blazes red hot, burns like midnight crosses and nooses on necks stretched from yesterday's poplar trees that still cast shadows, still strangle dreams on urban playgrounds, in courtrooms and corporate boardrooms, dreams scorched by realities that won't die. The next poem is titled Reflections of a Black Mother. Mirrors aren't designed to reflect what's inside. At best, they display superficial layers of loveliness or ugliness, cropped, propped, sometimes photoshopped images exposed for those we naively believe care. But internalized blemishes fester and reflect beyond what mere silver nitrate can capture. Gnarled and corroded viscera cannot contain the self-hate rising from insidiously implanted projections, where even children's images no longer reflect innocence. So deep and inescapable is the pain that esteem and pride are erased and replaced with rage. This is the shadowy abyss in which too often Black children are raised. Although my mirror may not reflect it, this is my reflection. Unless this legacy ends, blemishes will fester in America's soul until the day she implodes. The next poem is titled Grandmama's Good Life. When I was young girl down the island way, my grandmama, she look at me and say, ha, how you gonna conquer the world? With a drain in your brain and a hole in your soul. Then she laugh and say, girl, go to school, learn, get smart. Don't be nobody's fool. Play fair, work hard. And then she say, then show others how to. That's how you live the good life. Grandmama, she say, dare to care, learn to share, Reach for the top in all you try and do. Learn to console your friends when they fail or lose, and learn to let them console you too. That's how you live the good life. Always, always respect yourself and your family. Be the brightest blossom, the richest seed, the strongest root on the family tree. That's how you live the good life. My grandmama used to say, earn your way to a better tomorrow, one that's brighter than today. Touch a life, right or wrong. Learn, she said, learn that gentle, oh yes, gentle is sometimes tougher than strong. She said, a warm smile opens doors faster than most keys, and that be true in life. I don't care where you be. Don't you want to be living the good life? Girls, she said, learn to trust. Above all else, that's a must. Drink and savor the sweet nectar of life. One day, she said, one day you'll be someone's partner or wife. Learn to love deep. Learn to love strong. Learn that you can't go throughout life doing other people wrong. Fight fair for what you want. Forget the meaning of fear. Learn to work through your pain. Claim your victories, then step back and watch them appear. Now this is when you know you'll be living the good life. This is what my grandmama told to me. She said, read your Bible each and every day. Give thanks to God. Yes, let him show you the way. Take comfort in knowing he'll always be there, and never, never get too old to fall down on your knees in prayer. Be thankful even for tests of today and tomorrow, because without yesterday's test, tomorrow's testimonies can't follow. Now that's how you conquer the world and get rid of that drain in your brain and that hole in your soul. That, my child, is how you live the good life. Thank you so much. My last original poem is titled, This Freedom Thing. This Freedom Thing. There are some that have come to know freedom only through the woeful echoes of ancestors, those whose chorus of unripened dreams were turned nightmare. Work song from field, chain, even choir, but seldom CEO, clung to for life. Pain birthed melodies from slaves whose souls uttered unlettered words of hope, courage, and resolve. Such was and is our story. It is for them that I lift prayer. For them, they who sifted spirit from sorrow while searching the horizon for signs of the familiar. They who bid me even now to sing their song of loss and pain in verse made plain. They plead me to release it to the universe, shout it from faith's high point of hope. They say, steal away, search out this freedom thing, claim it, revere, and hold it dear. Create it when necessary, but always, always keep it safe. Grow it from whisper to shout song, then hand it down. Tender and prideful to the young ones. Teach them to make it their own. So I hold fast to the thing so many never knew. It is for them that I write, for them that I strive to create beauty from tears. Thank you. The instruction was, I believe, to share a poem from someone of my choosing that has made a significant difference in my life. And I'm choosing to say in my poetry life. This is a poem that was written by former Washington, D.C. poet laureate Dolores Kendrick, who passed, I think, in 2019. And this poem is from her book, The Women of Plums. Dolores Kendrick was a friend, a mentor, a wonderful woman of words and more. This is her poem. She wrote many poems in the voice of slave women, and such is the case here. This is titled Peggy in Killing. This particular stanza is titled Traveling. They done found me now. Lord, they done found me again. I'm dead and they don't know it. Sometimes I don't either, except the spirit come creeping in my body like hot fire, and I burn and burn all inside, turn to dust, blow away out over their heads when they finds me crying in the sack. I listens and listens. I'm traveling in my bones, and the spirit swooshes out before I get the chance to say amen. Oh, the wind, the sea, I'm dead on my boat right here. Go away, nigga, they says. So I goes. Don't touch me yet. Got to get home to my mother. Ain't that what the Lord say when he rise from the dead? Going home to his mother? Won't somebody row this boat out of hell? Dolores Kendrick, former Washington, D.C. poet laureate, my friend, and a great woman of words.